everyone. Welcome to Mayor Menino's Game of the Week. We are at Taunton High School for the Division 5 MIAA playoffs. This afternoon, the Latin Academy Dragons out of the Boston South will be taking on the Nantucket Whalers out of the Mayflower Small. Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Flaherty, along with my partner, as always, Alan Platt. Alan, last football game of the 2011 season. Interesting way for Latin Academy to get here. They were in a three-way tiebreaker at the end of the season. They haven't been to the Super Bowl since 1993, so they won the tiebreaker, and they're here at Taunton High School playing for the title.
You're right. Very interesting. That's the best word, because they actually lost the game and then found out that same evening that they were going to the Super Bowl. So coming in 7-4, we've seen them a couple of times this year. Head coach Rocco Ziza, always very confident in his team, loves to run the football, but the defense is going to be key for them because very high-powered, high-scoring Nantucket Whalers teams. Unbelievable. Their quarterback, Taylor Hughes, 29 touchdowns this season. He's run for 19 and thrown for 10 more.
That's right. Taylor Hughes, a dual-threat quarterback. Then also on the other side of the ball with Latin Academy, Kyle Dance, also a dual-threat quarterback. He'll throw it and run it as well.
Okay, sophomore Kyle Dance, he's probably been one of the most versatile athletes all season. Keller out of the backfield is key, but I think Dance is going to have to use his legs a lot to keep this Nantucket defense off balance.
Definitely. We saw Ernest Keller both make great runs, both in the backfield, but also out of the kicking game. I think that's going to be important if he can maybe bring one back, get a good chunk of yardage on the kickoff for this Latin Academy team.
When you look at it on paper, Pat, it seems like Nantucket should be a heavy favorite. They score so many points, but like you said, special teams play, good defense, and if Kyle Dance, the sophomore quarterback for Latin Academy, can keep the team in the game, it'll be a lot of fun.
Certainly a good matchup here in the Division 5 Super Bowl. We will be right back with the opening kickoff right after these messages. But first, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Jerry Girardi. Jerry, you ready?
Thanks, guys. A great day for football on this beautiful early December day. Temperatures in the mid-40s. A couple teams looking to reign supreme in Division 5. Indeed, we have a great game. I'll tell you, it's going to be all about setting the tone indeed for Latin Academy. They are 6-1 when they have scored first, and then for Nantucket, they are 7-1 when they have scored 20 or more first half points. That's going to be very critical the early stages of this game. And lastly, we have a couple teachers on opposite ends of the coaching staff. For Latin Academy, history teacher Rocco Ziza, and for Nantucket, it's going to be Bill Manchester, math teacher, both looking to make history and add up to a Division 5 title. Let's go back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. I think we're just about ready for the kickoff, and Jerry talked about it in the open. You know, both squads need to get off to a good start. When Latin Academy scores first, they are 6-1. Meanwhile, when Nantucket scores 20 points or more in the first half, they usually win. So that's definitely an opening statistic that we will take a look at. Nantucket receiving the kickoff, and they will start out at the 39-yard line for their first offensive possession.
Even more, you talk about offense. I mentioned high-powered offense, Pat, and I'll tell you, if you look down their schedule, before they had a Thanksgiving Day loss, 10-7 to Martha's Vineyard, but before that, they had went off 7 straight wins. A couple of those games, one game they scored 56 points, another game they scored 49.
Hughes out of the shotgun, hands off over the right side to number 27, Zachary Moran. Big pickup on first down, gets it past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
No huddle offense for Nantucket. They like to keep the pace going. Latin has to key on number 14, Hughes, the quarterback.
Hughes now flinging it over the left side to his receiver, number 24. That's Andrew Benson. First down for the Whalers.
Tell you, that play was made because Zachary Moran, who had that first carry, came on the other side of the field and actually threw the block that allowed that pass to be completed.
Nantucket now in Latin Academy territory at the 49-yard line. Nantucket, a lot of guys going to get the football today, but their main ball carrier is, of course, the quarterback, Hughes. This time he takes it himself over the right side. Hughes straight up the middle of the field. He's got an opening. Hughes is going to go all the way. 49-yard touchdown run for Taylor Hughes.
Tell you, deceptively fast, because once he broke the linebacker's contain, it looked like the safety had a chance at him, but Taylor Hughes, we talked about him, 19 Now 20 rushing touchdowns this season. Excellent speed to take it all the way.
Samuel Earl now on to kick the extra point. He has 40 extra points on the regular season. Make that 41. So Nantucket just taking a minute off the clock, driving down the field on the opening possession. They're on top 7-0 over Latin Academy here in the first quarter of the Division V Super Bowl.
Well, coming in, we always talk about how you have certain players on each team that are keyed on. Taylor Hughes obviously is the major player that Latin Academy has to watch out for. He touches the ball every single snap as quarterback. He has 10 touchdown passes. That was just his 20th rushing touchdown. So Rocco Ziza has to remind his defensive kids, listen, 14 is the main guy. Let's see what he's doing first before we react to anything else.
Taylor Hughes racking up those touchdowns on the season. We talked about him being a dual threat quarterback. Opened up with a run, a pass to the sideline, then takes it 49 yards for the touchdown. Hughes now out on the kickoff team. You see him way out there on the outside. Kind of interesting to see a quarterback in the kickoff team.
And what's even more interesting, he's a strong kid because he plays defensive end. Most times quarterbacks play safety or maybe corner. He plays defensive end on defense for Nantucket. I tell you, I was really surprised impressed with the speed because he ran right. It looked like the safety had an angle on him, ran right by him.
Number 12 for Nantucket, Tanner O'Keefe, to kick off for the Whalers. Ball's fielded at the 19 for Latin Academy. That one's Alex Guerrero making a nice cut back over the left side. Brings it up to the 30. And he's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line.
Well, we always talk about how's a team going to react after being stung like that. 49-yard run from scrimmage by a quarterback. You see Alex Guerrero trying to reverse his field. And there's the quarterback, that's Hughes again on the tackle.
So Latin Academy now at the 29-yard line for their first possession of the ball game. Kyle Dance, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Hands off over the right side to his running back, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, but plows forward for a couple of yards. Good second, third, and fourth effort there for Latin Academy. Looked like Ernest Kella, number 34, getting the carry.
Yeah, Kella always gives that kind of effort. We saw him, as you mentioned, get hit right at the line of scrimmage, but just plowed forward to make it a 3-yard gain.
Terrell Correa coming up on the stop. Second down and 7 now for the Dragons. Ball to 32. Dance fires it over the middle, but the ball is dropped there by Alex Guerrero. Latin Academy had a nice play set up.
Had a slant. It's like an inside short slant play. Guerrero actually had some running room if he could have pulled it in. I think he might have been looking upfield before he actually was able to secure the ball.
Latin Academy now facing a 3rd down and 7. They need to get to the 39 for a first down. Dance out of the shotgun, looking for a receiver over the middle. He's got, nice play. Breaking up the pass for the Whalers, Andrew Benson. Dance had Shavar Lazarus over the middle. That could have been a touchdown if that ball was completed.
Right, Lazarus was deep, but there were also 2 other Latin Academy Dragons receivers in the area. So plenty of targets there, but as you mentioned, safety for Nantucket knocked away at the last second. You see it.
So the Dragons will now punt. Sky high kick, and it's going to be fair cut. Oh, the ball is dropped, and Latin Academy picks it up. Ernest Keller picking up the fumble return for the touchdown for the Dragons.
Well, they can recover it with this. They can't.
We do have a flag on the play. We'll see.
Yeah.
No one touched the receiver. And it's going to be on Latin Academy. That one's coming back.
Got a push in the back on Latin Academy.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, marked off from the 43. So that'll give.
Yeah, Rocco Ziza's trying to understand. It either has to be a penalty during the play, which was a fumble, or a dead ball foul.
They certainly didn't hit the receiver. I'm pretty mystified
strange,
myself.
Yeah.
Well, Nantucket now with the football at the 42. First down and 10 for Taylor Hughes. Hughes hands off over the right side to number 31, Codie Perry. And Codie picks up 4 on the play. Make that a 3-yard pickup for Perry.
I'm still trying to figure out that penalty on the
Yeah,
punt because the indication was given a block in the back. But
and if that's the case, wouldn't Latin Academy already have possession of the football?
It's really strange, I'll tell you.
Hughes out of the shotgun, man in motion. Runs a shovel pass on the inside to Perry. Codie Perry, nice cut. Perry past the 20, down to the 16, make that the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Hughes took a shot. He's still down. The quarterback for Nantucket, right before he took that through that shuttle pass. Watch the shot he takes. Oh yeah, may have got the wind knocked off. It looks like he might have got a helmet to the stomach.
24-yard pickup there for Codie Perry.
Meanwhile, downfield, Perry, like you mentioned, made the most of it with a huge gain, but all the concern, obviously, with Nantucket is with their quarterback, Hughes, who opened this game with that big 49-yard touchdown run. But now we talked about adjustments. As Hughes rolled out to give himself the pass-run option, one of the...
See if we can take a look at that play again.
Yeah, if we have that punt. Now, okay. Now, that's the... So you're right, Pat.
Nothing there indicates a penalty.
There was definitely nothing that happens as far as the receiver, so it had to be away from the football. I'm just not sure what.
Of course, there's no halo rule that they used to have in the NFL, and also,
I mean, they could have called interference if someone was close enough, but as we just saw, there was no. The Nantucket receiver had plenty of time to catch it; just went through his hands. And knowing Rocco, I'm sure he got a full explanation.
Sure.
I'm just still puzzled trying to figure it out.
So after the Perry run, it'll be first down and 10 for Nantucket. Yeah, number 10, Dylan O'Connor in. He fumbles the football. We'll see who came up with it. Latin Academy got in there.
Yeah, Dylan O'Connor, just a sophomore. Backup quarterback for Nantucket.
And the Whalers do recover.
Hughes going to come back in. Yeah, I think he might have just lost his breath because the way he got hit looked like he may have lost his breath, and it's not even an injury. It's just stunning.
Yeah.
And it's pretty scary.
When you get the wind knocked out of you like that, right? That happened to me playing scout team when I was a sophomore, I remember. Hughes over the left side, gets bottled up in the backfield. Nice job by the Latin Academy D-line.
So that's the kind of, that's the indication that you're keying on a player. I mean, that's Hughes this time trying to go left. There's nothing here at all, and no, it can't even get started as he's hitting the backfield. Knocked down, good job. Kevin Moran, one of the captains for Latin Academy.
Yeah, Moran, one of the leading tacklers for the Dragons, senior captain, both on offense and defense. Third down and 4 now for Nantucket. Handoff over the right side. They're going to run a halfback pass, and they have their tight end wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. Terrell Correa with the touchdown reception.
I'll tell you, Shinadu Ogukwe got fooled with the handoff on the option play. Came up out of his pass coverage and, like you said, left the wide receiver just standing there alone. Easy touchdown. I'll tell you, good offense for Nantucket in this first few minutes.
Once again, Earl on to kick the extra point. It is up and it is good. So with 5:39 left to go here in the first quarter, Nantucket On top of Latin Academy, 14-0. Couple of huge plays. That punt return that was initially a fumble, then called back because of a penalty. Huge play, and then, of course, the big play from Codie Perry.
Yeah, the cornerback that you see, the Latin Academy cornerback falling down after he realized that he's let the receiver get behind him.
I'm sorry, that was Andrew Benson in on the reception. I thought it was the tight end, Terrell Correa. So Nantucket's first scoring drive taking just over a minute. Second scoring drive taking a little bit longer, but inside of 4.5 minutes here in the first quarter, Nantucket putting 2 touchdowns up on the board.
Well, Latin Academy, they had that slant pass that easily would have been a first down and maybe a big gainer. Then they had the pass deeper downfield. There was knocked away trying to get to Shavar Lazarus. So Dragons have got to come up with some plays.
Guerrero letting it get kicked out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty on Nantucket. Latin Academy will get the football at the 35-yard line.
The tough part for the Dragons so far is they actually made a couple of good defensive plays in the running game, but then they get burned by the rollout halfback pass. I really think Dan's going to have to do some running for Latin Academy to throw this Nantucket defense off balance. There he goes.
The spread formation, yeah. Dance over the right side, picks up a nice block. Gains maybe 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 now for the Dragons.
See, Dan's sophomore quarterback for Latin Academy, one of their better athletes, and he's on this turf, a good day. The conditions are okay. Right now, he's just trying to get what he can. A little in and out move there, and
a couple of receivers, both Shavar Lazarus and Devon Riley on the outside, making some key blocks for that 5-yard run. Handoff inside to Kevin Moran, the fullback. He plows forward past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, between Moran and Keller, you're going to get the second and third effort. And Keller does have speed to break big ones. Moran's more of an inside the tackles type guy. You see him right here. Good job step away from that tackle. Then everything going forward to make sure he gets the first down.
1st down and 10 for Latin Academy, ball at the 46. Dance, hands off inside to Keller. Ernest Keller plowing forward, past midfield up to the 47-yard line.
And now we're getting some indications that Latin Academy's starting to feel comfortable now. Like you said, hand off to Keller. Moran's the lead blocker. Keller with those short steps of his. Good 8-yard gain on 1st down.
2nd down and 2, ball at the 46 for the Dragons. Hand off to Moran over the left side. Bounces off one tackler. Nice cut there by Moran up to the 41. So Latin Academy going to their bread and butter, giving it to Moran and Keller on the inside, moving it forward and moving the chains.
Again, Moran, the alternating handoffs here between Keller and Moran. Like you said, Pat, that's the formula for a couple of back-to-back 1st downs.
1st down from the 46. They give it to Moran again. Moran now trying to get to the sideline, gets past the 35 to the 34.
Well, you stay with what's working. I mean, they've had now 4 consecutive handoffs to either Moran or Keller, working their way down the field. Again, Moran. Good shifty running. He understands when he has to go upfield. That's important. Keep that forward momentum.
2nd down and 3 now for Latin Academy. This time it's going to be Dance taking it himself, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Picked up maybe 2 on the play.
Latin Academy with that quarterback draw. Give him 2 yards. They'll make it about a 3rd and 1.
Terrell Correa in on the stop for the Whalers.
There's a fake to Moran. The play they've run the last couple of times, and just nothing there in the middle as the didn't get the kind of blocking push you want for that play.
Alexander Rezendes also in on the tackle. Nice cut by Kella. Could have picked up more, but he does pick up the first down, getting the ball to the 28.
Ernest tried to make a cut right at the last second and actually slipped before he got hit, but most importantly, got the first down. Watch, you'll see, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, man trying to make a cut right here, and down, but first down for the Dragons.
So Latin Academy now with the first down, ball at the 28. Dance thrown over the left side to Shavar Lazarus, and he gets bottled up in the backfield. Good tackle there by Taylor Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes, the block. Alex Guerrero was trying to block Hughes, but Hughes shed him and didn't allow the receiver to get anywhere. You'll see coming up here, there's a block, but even with that contact, Hughes does a good job to make it a 2-yard loss.
Second down and 12 now for the Dragons. Ball at the 30. Dan's going to take it himself up the middle. And once again, he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the quarterback draw up the middle hasn't gotten anything for Latin Academy thus far. A couple of things, sometimes what coaches do, they won't put the quarterback as deep in the shotgun if they're going to run a quarterback draw, because see, by the time he gets back to the line of scrimmage, those blocks have already been beaten.
Terrell Career once again in on the stop, along with Alexander Rezendes. Dan side of the shotgun on third down, gets it to Lazarus. Shavar's got some blockers, and gets it past the 25 to the 24.
Now it's 4-down territory because they're inside the 25. It'll be about a fourth and 5, a little more than 5.
About a 4th and 6 for Latin Academy. This could be a big play here. Latin Academy, 4th down and 6. They need to get to the 18 for first. Dance in the shotgun, Moran in the backfield with him. Dance fakes the handoff, rolling to his right. He's got a man open in the end zone, and it is knocked away there by the Nantucket Whalers.
Zachary Moran again, defensively, able to knock that down. Dance didn't quite get his full stroke into it. You'll see it starts to flutter a bit. Good protection as he rolls out. You see the ball coming down, fluttering a bit, and there's Moran to knock it away.
So once again, Nantucket holding Latin Academy. They get the ball back with 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. First down, ball at the 24. Handoff over the left side to Dylan Perry. Dylan makes a cut up field. Short pickup on the play.
Got a holding penalty on Nantucket. It's going to bring them back. Well, that last drive by Latin Academy, at least they started. We start to see what their regular game is. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times this season. They love. You see that the holding penalty is actually behind the play, but that'll cost them some yardage. Didn't get the score, but they're now into what they do offensively.
First down and 20 now for Nantucket after the holding penalty.
What you said earlier in the open, though, about maybe getting a special teams play or defensive play, that's what the Dragons are probably going to need to get their sideline and their crowd going.
Hughes drops the shotgun, snap, then they give it to Perry up the middle.
Ball's already down, yeah.
Right.
I think his knee might have been down when he went down to pick it up. Yeah, they called his knee down. Nantucket.
That's about a 5-yard loss.
Uncharacteristically going backwards.
Right. Second down and 25 now for the Whalers.
Hughes listed as 6'1", 185. But he really showed that speed in that first touchdown. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
So at the end of one here at the Division V Super Bowl at Tiger Stadium in Taunton, Nantucket on top of Latin Academy, 14-0. We will be right back with the second quarter of this Super Bowl matchup right after these messages, folks. Do not go away.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Ativa and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Thanks. You believe this guy? Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry.
Pastor Honey? 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And we're back here at the Division 5 Super Bowl on second down. Taylor Hughes finds a receiver down the left sideline. That one is to Zachary Moran. He's going to get it all the way down to the 20 and then wrapped up at the 19. Huge play there for Nantucket. Second down and a mile. And they pick up even more.
Looks like Jamal Crawford on the coverage for some reason was allowed the receiver to get 4 or 5 yards behind him. Good job again by Hughes, though, because he kept the play alive. He was getting pressure in the backfield and was able to wiggle his way out and get the ball deep downfield.
Hughes on first down, once again out of the shotgun. Hands off up the middle to Codie Perry. Picks up a couple on the play. It's a 72-yard pass connection.
Talk about getting out of a hole, huh?
From Hughes to Moran. You gotta be
unbelievable.
So Nantucket once again inside the red zone looking to score. They've averaged over 30 points per game this season. They might well surpass that here tonight. Perry once again banging his way up the field. Down at the 11. 5-yard pickup on the play for Perry.
Again, simple handoff. Perry this time is good, strong runners. Once he gets hit, he keeps everything forward. Quarterback sneaks to get the first down by Hughes.
This Nantucket team doesn't waste any time getting the line of scrimmage.
Well, like I said, and I'll run down their scores a little later on, but they pile up the points.
Hughes now under center, pitches it to Perry over the left side. Good tackle there by Latin Academy. Crawford coming up and making the stop.
Jamal Crawford that time read the play well. Came across in good shape to make that one-on-one tackle. Crawford trying to make up for getting burned on that long, 72-yard pass.
That's right. Second down and goal now for Nantucket. They have the ball at the 13. Hughes out of the shotgun, man in motion. The handoff to Perry. Once again up the middle. Perry's got a lane. Left side, touchdown, Whalers.
Yeah, Nantucket spread out the offense that time. They had 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left, which obviously spread out the Latin Academy defense. Huge hole for Perry.
Nantucket now on top 20 to zip. Looking to attack on the extra point. And they do. So the Whalers continue the offensive explosion here in the first half. They're on top 21 to zip with 7:28 left to go in the second quarter.
Obviously, the key play, that 72-yard pass and run, we should say, to get them deep into Latin Academy territory. I think Rocco Ziza right now is just, his job is just to keep his players' heads in the game.
Right.
They've been burned by long runs, long passes. Unfortunately, on that punt that looked to be a fumble, went back to Nantucket and they got the option pass play. So, if anything else, more than anything else, they just got to keep their heads in the game. Like I said, the last drive, they were doing well with Keller and Moran running the football. Tried a couple of passes, and that drive fizzled out. But something big has to happen to get Latin Academy in it, because emotionally they've got to be down right now.
Well, that last drive, as you mentioned, Alan, running the football up the middle, moving the chains, that's the type of drives that they're going to have just to keep this Nantucket offense off the field. And Kella fields the kick right at the 13. Ernest Kella trying to break a run, gets it up to the 29 before he's gang tackled by the Whalers kickoff team. Huge contingent of Whaler fans here at Taunton High School.
Looks like a couple of boats coming over from the island, right?
Maybe the Titanic came over.
They keep flowing in. I tell you, it's yeah, but Super Bowl, you never know when you're going to get to one, so it's a big deal.
Absolutely. You never know when you're going to be back here.
Division 5 actually hasn't had a Super Bowl since 2003, so now that it's been reinstituted again, a couple more teams have a chance to get in.
Out of the shotgun, they fake the handoff. Dance now trying for the quarterback keeper. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Not a lot of running room for Kyle Dance so far here in the first half.
That's one of Latin Academy's favorite plays. It's just that the Nantucket defense clearly is waiting for it, as you're just not seeing that kind of push. The middle of the line for Nantucket, Thomas Holgate. Second or third time that he's been able to close that down.
2nd down and 8 for the Dragons. Dance back to pass, thrown over the left side of Moran on the screen. Kevin Moran's got some room, makes his way up to the 44. A nice play set up there for the Dragons.
Well-run play by Latin Academy with screen pass to Moran. Key to the play was the blocker's route in front in good shape. Excellent timing. Dance put it right in the money, giving Moran a chance to just turn around and get that momentum going. Good first down for the Dragons.
Latin Academy now with the football at the 44 on 1st down. Both Moran and Kella in the backfield. They fake the handoff to both. Dance rolling to his right. Throws it near the sideline. Good job getting rid of the football. We do have a flag on the play.
I think we have a lineman downfield for Latin Academy. Yeah, Dance, like you mentioned, uses legs to be able to escape the big pass rush. Yeah, illegal lineman downfield. They're going to.
So Nantucket.
They're going to mock it off.
That'll back them up 5 yards. Legal procedure. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Dragons. Handoff to Kella over the right side. Ernest picking up a couple. Keeps those feet moving. Ernest isn't the biggest back out there, but that kid plows forward every time.
One of the earlier games we saw this season against English, Dragons had a real sluggish start, and it was Keller in the third quarter actually really just took over the game with runs just like this one. Like you said, a little undersized, but very strong legs. Good leg drive, and got 5 yards out of that one.
3rd down and 5 now for Latin Academy. Ball at the 49. Dance looking to throw over the left side. Finds Kella. Nice throw as Kella makes it past the 50 up to the 40, where he's then brought down by Nantucket.
Yeah, at this point, I think that for the sake of getting the team really back into the game, they're down 21-0. Kella all of his teammates know he's the kid who can break a long play. So just give him as many chances as possible. Nice over-the-shoulder catch. Gets away from one arm tackle, and then gets the first down before he's driven back.
Latin Academy now in Whaler territory. Ball at the 40.
Got 4 receivers.
Fake the handoff to Moran. Dance over the right side's got plenty of room. Kyle Dance, his first big pickup of the ball game, past the 25 to the 23.
That's what I was talking about earlier, Pat. I think Dance is the key to getting Latin Academy back in the game, because he can make plays with his legs. I really thought he just should have taken off a lot earlier because he had plenty of room in front of him. Watch, he's still staying with the play. Fox is trying to catch him, but runs through that tackle, and then, like you said, is able to finish off. Big play for Latin Academy.
So after that run by Kyle Dance, Latin Academy with the first down at 24. That's going to be a timeout.
The Nantucket defensively
here for Nantucket.
That's what. Sometimes you just got to give a team some of its own medicine. I mean, we've seen the rollout very effectively by Tyler Hughes, the quarterback for Nantucket, to help make some big plays.
So now for more on this game, let's go to our sideline reporter, Jerry Girardi. Jerry?
Well, guys, it may be 21-0 in favor of Nantucket, but Latin Academy is treating this game like a nothing game. The last drive, they were able to sustain some nice yards, you saw, and this drive, I'll tell you, they are knocking on the door. Coach Rocco Ziza compared Latin Academy quarterback to Michael Vick, and you see some nice moves there by Mr. Dance. He is waltzing his way closer. They're poised, they're calm, they're cool, collected. Still a long way from completion. Back to you, gentlemen, in the booth. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. And yeah, Kyle Dance finally being able to spring one of those long runs. We saw him maybe pick up 4 or 5 a couple of times here in the first half, but that was the first time he was able to really get open.
I would, quite frankly, I'd put that quarterback draw away and just let him roll out.
Put it in your back pocket.
Yeah, let him roll out.
Oh, there we go. Kyle Dance on the quarterback draw over the right side. And this time it is successful for the Dragons.
See, what the difference was, he went off tackle this time. Before he was trying to go up the middle. See, he's a good enough runner. He's actually as much a running back as he's a quarterback. So, again, similar to Tyler Hughes with Nantucket, he has the ball every single play. So if as many times you can give him options to run or pass, he's going to be successful.
Latin Academy still making their way down the field. Second down and a short one. They hand off to Moran up the middle. And he's well past the 14 to the, looks like 12-yard line.
Good drive by Latin Academy. And they've got to score to finish this one off as we're winding down to 4 minutes to go before halftime. As you said, Moran, good job. About 3 or 4 yards, needed 1.
First down for Latin Academy, ball at the 12. They give it to Kella over the right side. Ernest trying to pick up what he can. Short pickup on the play. This Nantucket defense doing a nice job gang tackling here in the first half.
They react to the ball quickly, and I think the difference is that coming into the game, they know Keller, the leading scorer for Latin Academy. Actually, Kyle had 9 touchdowns. Keller had 8. But Keller's clearly the back who can break big plays.
Second down and 7 for Latin Academy. Ball at the 9. Dance takes it off tackle once again, brings it inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
I think we're seeing some room for Dance now because we've had some success going to the outside with both Moran and Keller. Got Moran a little gimpy after that play. Yeah, Moran's going to come out. Something's up with his left leg.
5-yard pickup on the play for Latin Academy. Dance now with 32 rushing yards on the afternoon.
Isaiah Meekins in for Moran.
Third down and 2 for the Dragons. Looking to keep this drive alive. The handoff over the left side. That one's to Kella, and he is dragged down in the backfield. Excuse me, that was Meekins.
Yeah, I'm not sure if, he just went in. That's his first play in, and as Moran went out with some type of injury, and see on that's the kind of play you've got to just plant your foot and go upfield. As you give ground, again, that's Hughes, Taylor Hughes playing that defensive end spot.
Taylor's got about 6 tackles here in the first half. So Latin Academy now faced with a 4th down, and we'll call it 6.
And Nantucket taking another timeout.
Once again, Nantucket taking a timeout here with 2:13 left to go in the first half.
That 3rd down play is a killer. I mean, you had a 3rd and 2. Now you're facing a 4th and 5, and it's like it just changes everything because it's just unfortunate. You had Moran get hurt on that last play, had to come out. He's still over there trying to shake off that. Something's wrong with that left leg of his. But he was running well. Keller's running well. You had some momentum going, and it's unfortunate. You bring Meekins in, he's a little cold, and he gets the first handoff and tries to make a big play going outside when you just need to get the ball upfield, try to get that first down and keep things going.
And as you just mentioned, sometimes with guys getting that into the game for really the first time, it's a Super Bowl, you're jacked up, you want to make the big play, especially inside the red zone.
I think that's exactly what happened because you're right. We saw it on the replay, had the chance to try to get inside, but instead, and Hughes, like we said, he's a quarterback, but he's also a defensive end, so he knows how to play with his hands.
Kid.
He knows how to play. So Meekins, unfortunately, was thrown for a short loss.
There you see head coach of Nantucket, Bill Manchester, in his first season as the head coach of the Whalers, doing a nice job bringing his team all the way to the Super Bowl. He talked about this Nantucket team and how most of these seniors this year were starters as sophomores, so
a lot of experience.
A lot of experience. You talk about, Alan, all the time how the high schools go through cycles of athletes. Pass to the end zone, and it falls incomplete. Dance was looking for Devon Riley. Pass a little too far over his head.
Yeah, Dance was trying to talk to the referee about an interference call. Let's watch. You're going to see Dance throws the ball. Oh, I see. He's talking about the contact from Dylan O'Connor.
So Kyle Dance and the Dragons getting inside the 20, but not quite enough as they are now with the turnover on downs. Nantucket with the football at the 8-yard line. Here comes Hughes on the quarterback draw. Makes his way past the 10 to the 11-yard line. Four-yard pickup on the play for Hughes. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Whalers. Man in motion for Nantucket. They give up the middle to Perry. Picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Nantucket will be very happy to go into halftime 21-0 as clock's winding down. About 1:15 to go before halftime.
Perry picks up 3 on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Whalers. Hughes now over the right side, going to take it himself. Latin Academy looking to bottle him up in the backfield, making the tackle for the Dragons. Number 23, Shenadu Ayuku.
First down for Nantucket.
And that Taylor Hughes, he's tough to bring down. You see Taylor plowing his way forward to the 25. Clock winding down to 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Nice cut by Perry. Codie Perry makes his way up to the 33. This hurry-up offense keeps churning out yardage here late in the second quarter. Hughes hands off over the left side, this time to Dylan Perry. Dylan gets past the sticks up to the 38.
Well, Latin Academy has to go into the halftime and try to regroup. A couple of plays went against them that really put them in this hole, but more importantly, they've got to figure out something defensively for Dylan Hughes, or Taylor Hughes rather. He's just dominating the game.
Clock now down to 5 seconds left to go. This could be the last play. Hughes rolling to his right, and he is sacked in the backfield. And that's going to do it here in the first half as
Brian
number
Goff.
63, yep, Brian Goff, one of the captains for this Dragon team, makes the tackle. So at the half, Latin Academy trailing Nantucket 21-0. And certainly a tough first half here for Latin Academy as they had a tough time on defense, really stopping this Nantucket team.
Well, they couldn't stop them. That's the problem. It's going to be tough when you have huge plays like that. Right before that third touchdown, Latin Academy had Nantucket backed up inside the 10-yard line. Hughes, the quarterback with that running ability, kept the play alive and ended up with a 72-yard pass and run to help lead to their third touchdown, give them the 21-point lead. So it's a big hill to climb for the Dragons, obviously. I tell you, I'm still puzzled by that punt.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what happened there.
The penalty was called against Latin Academy, and somehow, but it didn't seem to address possession on the play. So I just don't, because normally if it's a penalty on the kicking team, it goes back to the line of scrimmage and it's walked off.
So certainly a tough first half for Latin Academy, both on that call, but also defensively having a tough time stopping Taylor Hughes, the quarterback. We'll see what they can do in the second half of this ball game. But, you know, Nantucket, just a lot of weapons for this Hughes kid. I mean, we saw him especially run with the football, but also Perry also getting the football along with a couple other guys.
Moran had the huge pass and run. Yeah.
Sure, so lots of weapons right now for Taylor Hughes. Now for more on this game, actually we're going to get an interview with the head coach of Latin Academy, Rocco Ziza, with our sideline reporter, Jerry Girardi. Jerry?
Here with Coach Rocco Ziza. Coach Ziza, your first half thoughts?
We've been outplayed. We made mental mistakes, and on top of that, we just outplayed.
Any adjustments for the second half?
We got to play better and no mental mistakes, those two things.
Well, you put together two good drives, so you got some positive yardage.
We did. Yeah, we did move the ball, but we didn't finish it. But again, a couple of mental mistakes on both sides of the ball has really hurt us. And right now, they have the edge on us physically right now. We're not playing well.
Okay, so another half to be played, though. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Jerry, and certainly, as Coach Ziza mentioned, you know, the Latin Academy Dragons got the ball deep in Nantucket territory, but just couldn't put the ball in the end zone.
Well, I mentioned a couple of plays, and the biggest play was that third down when Moran got hurt and had to come out of the game. And I'm watching him now, still limping off the field. Something with that left leg of his. He was actually in on that last defensive series, but he's clearly less than 100% as he's limping off. And that third down play when you had the new player Meekins come in, and
sure.
It was a 3rd and 2. That turned into a 4th and 5, which they couldn't complete the pass. That was probably the biggest play of the game for Latin Academy, because that was by far as close as they came to scoring, and it would have been a big lift for them to get a score before halftime. I mean, 21-7 is a huge difference between 21-0. I mean, the high school kids always have in their head this whole thing about being shut out and not being able to score. If they were able to punch it in then, because they had some excellent runs from Dance, from Keller, from Moran before he got hurt, and so those are the kind of drives you've got to finish off. And I like what Coach just said. He's very honest. He said we're being outplayed, and you know they're a little stronger than us right now. So his halftime speech is going to say, "Listen, it's a football game. It's a tough football game. You've got to play. They've got to shore up that pass coverage also. I mean, to have those huge plays in the passing game." Tyler Hughes is an excellent runner. We know that, coming in with 19 touchdowns, but I think his biggest plays have been in the air. I mean, he had the 72-yarder to get from right beyond his goal line. Then he had, of course, he called the flea flicker that had the halfback option for the wide open touchdown. So lots of tighten up for the Latin Academy Dragons. It is a Super Bowl game. There's a second half to play,
sure,
but they've got to do some things positive.
Definitely a lot of work for the Dragons to do in the second half. They want to get back in this one, and certainly we're very happy to be at the Division V Super Bowl, but we've had a lot of great games this season on Mayor Menino's Game of the Week, so we're going to take a look at a kind of end-of-the-year highlight video of the 2011 Mayor Menino's Game of the Week high school football season. Let's check that out right now.
say they ain't heard nothing like this in a while. That's why they play my song on so many different dials. Cause I got more hits than a disciplined child. So when they see me, everybody barracks. Man, I'm like a young gun, fully black barack. I cry teardrops over the massive attack. I only make hits like I work with a racket and back. Look at my jacket and hat, so damn berserk, so down to earth. I'm bringing gravity back, adopted by the major. I want my family back. People work hard just to get all their salary tax. Look, I'm just a writer from the ghetto like Mallory Black. Man, where the hell's all the sanity at? Damn, I used to be the kid that no one cared about. That's why you have to keep screaming till they hear you out. Cause we needed a change. I needed a break. For a sec I even gave up believing and praying. I even done illegal stuff and was needed astray. They say the money is the root of the evilest ways. But have you ever been so hungry it keeps you awake? Mate, now my hunger will leave them amazed. Great, it feels like a long time coming. Bam, since the day I thought of that cunning plan. One day I had a dream, I tried to chase it, but I wasn't going nowhere. Running, man, I knew that maybe someday I would understand. Trying to change a tenner to 100 grand. Everyone's a kid that no one cares about. You just gotta keep screaming till they hear you out.
And we're back at the Division V Super Bowl, and certainly a great year. There's a lot of different type of games that we had. So we had some close games, we had some blowouts, a couple of surprises, especially towards the end of the season.
Big surprises, you're right.
a lot of interesting games this year. It's been a fun season.
Definitely, and I think fittingly, I like how they ended with Timo Phillips walking off as he retires from both teaching and coaching this year over at Brighton High School. But Nantucket, I tell you, things are going well for Nantucket. We get some seagulls. Flying around.
They followed them over on the boat.
But hey, you got to give Nantucket all the credit in the world. They've clearly earned this 21-0 lead. As their offense has been overpowering, and I talked earlier about how they score so many points. Their high point for the season was over 50, as they had a win of 56-21 over West Bridgewater. They also rang up 40 points in their first game of the season at Harwich. They ran up 49 points. Playing against Upper Cape, and they had 37 points against Old Colony. Ironically, they actually lost their last game. Martha's Vineyard beat them 10-7 back on the 19th of November, but they had won 7 in a row prior to that loss, and now here they are in the Super Bowl in full control with a 3-touchdown lead.
So certainly a very good first half for Nantucket. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of the Division V Super Bowl here at Taunton High School right after these messages. Folks, do not go away.
There's a lot of talk out on the street about his mother, your mother, their mother. But in the end, is anyone really even thinking about them?
So, Malcolm, you do know that energy savers last 6 times longer than ordinary light bulbs.
This isn't my room. It's Baron Davis's.
Baron Davis, the basketball player? This is his room?
Yep.
Interesting, because we have Baron Davis right here. Baron, do you live here?
No.
I don't mean that, Baron Davis.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
We're so lost. No, I am not, man. Dude, it's on my phone. Oh, the road! Whoa! Okay.
How would you like to save your life from an ugly or reckless driving death? Don't answer yet. There's more. Act now by slowing down, and we'll guarantee you complete satisfaction. That's awesome!
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Whoa, Andy, slow down.
I think he brakes a little to the left.
To the right.
Nope, straight.
I told you it was going right.
Get up, get up, get up, and be a player. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, and be a player. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, and be a player.
Get up and play an hour a day.
For fun playtime ideas, go online. Just don't stay long.
And we're back here at the Division 5 Super Bowl at Taunton High School between Nantucket and Latin Academy. The Nantucket Whalers on top of the Dragons, 21-0. And Alan, we talked about it just right before the break. There is that Latin Academy had 2 chances inside the red zone to possibly put up a couple scores, but wasted opportunities for the Dragons when they get that deep.
Most definitely, and you have to like the way they were able to drive the ball mainly with the running game, and Kyle Dance, the sophomore quarterback, having many of those good runs for first downs. But you're right, you have to capitalize. You got to score, especially against a team like Nantucket who's going to keep scoring and keep scoring. So watching the team come back out, they still have spirit. I mean, Latin Academy's been behind in plenty of games, maybe not this far behind, but you get a second half to play. They're going to get the kickoff to start the third quarter. Saw Ernest Keller out there, the junior running back, fired up, trying to get the sideline going. So he's going to try to get a big return and get things started.
Definitely, we saw him do that against Boston English earlier in the season. Certainly a higher level of competition here with Nantucket in the Super Bowl, but they have that mentality, and they've done it before, to come back in the second half more spirited, really pound the football, make a couple of big plays, and get back in this ball game.
Well, like I said, Rocco Ziza was very honest about what was happening. They were just getting out physical in that first half, and I think if he can get his team to play a little tougher this half, meaning on both sides of the football, they can get back in it.
Definitely. So we're just about ready to start the second half as Nantucket will be kicking off to Latin Academy. Ball at the 40, of course. Terrell Correa kicking off right now for the Whalers, the big fella, trying to squib kick up the middle. And Latin Academy have a tough time fielding it. Finally, Lazarus corrals the kick, but he is brought down right around the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 19 for forward progress, but certainly not the way that the Dragons want to start the second half.
No, Devon Riley, worst thing you can have in a squib kick is have 2 players going after the ball with neither one actually making the full commitment to get it. Actually, it's Dragons sort of lucky. Watch it again. You see, you got 2 players right there going after the football, so knocking each other out of the way, and luckily Lazarus was able to finally pick it up. Couldn't get a return, but at least he saved possession.
So Latin Academy now with their first possession of the second half. Ball at the 19, first down and 10 for the Dragons. Dance could have taken himself straight up the middle. Kyle Dance finally gets an opening on that quarterback draw up the gut. Picks up maybe 9 on the play. They mark him down at the 29.
First time did Latin Academy actually gave Dance some room in the middle there. That's that quarterback draw. It's one of their favorite plays. It's probably one of the safest plays in football because it's the snap to the quarterback who's just going to keep it and try to get what he can. That's the first time we've seen the Dragons really block it well.
Dragons do pick up a first down, so it's first down now for Latin Academy. Handoff over the right side. And that one was to Ernest Keller. 3-yard pickup on the play for the junior running back.
You're being down 3 touchdowns. I think Latin Academy is going to have to quicken this pace. In and out of the huddle quick, and in some cases even maybe go no huddle.
Dan's hands off over the left to Ernest Kella. Not much room for him there. Terrell Correa getting in the backfield, the big fella. Number 81 for the Whalers.
The defensive ends for Nantucket really played well. Both Correa, as you've mentioned, and then we talked about Hughes. They've really kept everything inside for the inside pursuit to keep Latin Academy to short gains.
Dance fakes the handoff, now looking to his left, and the ball is incomplete. A lot of pressure in his face.
I think it was deflected, actually. It's good pressure as coming from the right side. You had the linebacker over there.
Yeah, Jonathan Holgate coming in and deflecting the pass.
Yeah, Holgate did a good job, the sophomore. If you watch him, coming from the top of your screen, he's going to, like you mentioned, give some pressure. And yeah, he does. I think he hits Dance's arm and throws the pass off target.
4th down now for Latin Academy after the 3 and out, so they will have to punt the football. Alfredo Perez back to kick. Another high punt for Latin Academy. It's fielded at the 40, and a fair catch caught at the 40-yard line by Zach Moran. So this potent Nantucket offense now getting another early opportunity here with 8:13 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I think this is where the game's probably, we're going to see what's going to happen the rest of this game. If Latin Academy can stop them and force a punt, then they'll stay in it. If they give up a 4th touchdown, then it's just going to be a very long rest of the game because Nantucket has the ability to score at will, and it's up to Latin Academy to stop them.
Taylor Hughes on 1st down sneaks through the line, in through traffic, past midfield to the 49-yard line.
You see, that's sort of the difference between the quarterback draws on each team. Now, Hughes on that one had plenty of room, was able to sort of sneak his way toward the sideline, gets a 1st down. And with his size, he has no problem going inside or outside. And like I say, clearly he has the speed because he just outran everybody in that 1st touchdown of the game.
Hughes once again out of the shotgun, hands up the middle to Perry, Codie Perry. Up to the 46-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup on the play for Perry.
No huddle back again for the Nantucket, keeping this pace going. Like to keep the defense off balance, keep them looking around, guessing, and reacting late.
As we mentioned, Nantucket scoring over 30 points a ball game during the regular season. They're already at 21 here in the beginning stages of the 3rd quarter. Over the middle, Hughes goes to his big tight end, Correa. And Correa still on his feet. And the man-child, Terrell Correa, wrestled down at the 17, the big fella, with a huge 1st down for the Whalers.
You mentioned Big Pat. He's listed at 6'5", 275.
Oh, man, Rob Gronkowski.
That's how
right
he's telling you. And like you said, good hands on that one because Hughes put that ball in a very, very small area for the catch. And then Correa rumbled down to add another 10, 12 yards to that catch.
1st down and 10 now for the Whalers. Ball at the 18-yard line. Make that the 17. Hand up the middle to Perry. Codie Perry breaking tackles inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I think Moran needs to come out of the game. And Moran actually guessed right, was there, but that left leg is not allowing him to play. He's limping around in every play. He probably needs to come out.
9-yard pickup on the play for Perry. That was a 37-yard pass connection earlier. Perry again getting the handoff, making a couple of tacklers miss, but then is brought down after a pickup of maybe a yard.
Yeah, I think Nantucket knows. They pushing a 4th touchdown. This is going to be very close to being over.
Third down and short for the Whalers. And Hughes going to take it himself up the middle. And is he in? And I think he's just sure. No, he is. He's in for a touchdown. Taylor Hughes with another touchdown run for the Nantucket Whalers. They're now on top 27-0.
It's an interesting offense to run because 3 of their 4 touchdowns, the biggest play has been a pass play. But they run the ball so well, and it's obviously the big play to Correa, the tight end over the middle, and having him finish it off to get them into the red zone.
And once again, Earl with the extra point. So the Whalers now on top of Latin Academy 28-0 with 5:21 left to go in the third quarter.
Well, more of the same pretty much. I mean, Latin Academy had a couple of plays to start the third quarter, but after being stopped on downs, once you give the ball back to this high-powered offense, they can beat you in so many ways.
Let's see if we can get some halftime stats here in the first half, and then you see Latin Academy's offensive production.
Well, most of it's going to be on the ground. We expect that. 83 yards, 16 carries, and 30 yards in receiving. 113 yards, that's pretty much what they do. They like to grind the football out. But I'd say this Nantucket team, they're all over the place. Okay, it's 113, almost perfectly balanced, 113 rushing and 114 receiving. Most of that 114 being that big 72-yard play that got them out of deep territory. They had it was like a second down and like 20. Had that big play downfield for 72 yards, which led to one of their touchdowns.
So Nantucket capitalizing on their big plays, as we mentioned before. Latin Academy in the first half having a couple of drives go deep into Whaler territory, but not being able to finish. Complete opposite for Nantucket. They have a few big plays to get them inside the 20, as you mentioned, Alan, and then they run the ball so well that they pick up the touchdown. Devon Riley trying to field the football at about the 35, and finally Ernest Kella hangs on to it.
Similar to what we watched with East Boston all season. It's not really an onside kick, but it's like a squib. Crazy spins with the football, and it's just tough to tell your players just jump on the football. You see individually you have Dance with 42 yards leading the way for Latin Academy. Keller with 22, and receiving Moran, both and Keller have a couple of passes. But not a whole lot. You have to have a lot more than that to try to get back in this game.
First down for the Dragons. Dance looking for a receiver over the right side. He's got Lazarus. Nice deflection once again. Getting in there, Zach Moran. These defensive backs for Nantucket have been all over the backfield deflecting passes.
That was a well-thrown ball. Probably in the air a little too long, giving Moran a chance to get over there. But Lazarus with that speed of his, you see Moran gets over right in time to knock it away. Latin Academy trying to take advantage of that speed by Lazarus, and just got to keep doing it, quite frankly, because it's going to take big plays to give yourself a chance.
5 receivers now for Latin Academy. Dance with plenty of time, looking for Lazarus on the crossing pattern, but the ball once again falls incomplete.
Yeah, Dance he's a little over anxious now because that actually Lazarus had come clean across the middle. It's Nantucket, but it's really impressive. Huh? Hughes with the 58, that's the quarterback, and then Perry with his 33. And look at the receiving. So the receiving is the key, I think, because you had that one play to Moran for 72 yards. Benson with a couple of catches for 29. So they diversify their offense, but they use the pass to sort of set up the run.
Lazarus now in motion for the Dragons on third down. Hughes looking over the middle and finds his receiver,
nice
Alex Guerrero, for the tough catch at the 48.
Wow, Correa being able to hold on to that. That's probably the best play for Latin Academy all day. Dan zips it in there, but you have Hughes coming across to make the hit. I tell you, good job by Correa to hold on to that one.
So the Dragons now inside of Nantucket territory after the first down pass from Dance to Guerrero. First down and 10 for Latin Academy. Once again, Dance looking to throw. Over the middle, and he was trying to find Lazarus.
Well, the timing's all off. The problem, that was an inside screen. Lazarus actually got caught in between two of his linemen, and that's how the ball got knocked away. It's just, it's tough when you get this far behind. Your high school players, you want, like you mentioned earlier, everyone wants to make a big play, and the problem is you start to get in each other's way because you're just not. You're so anxious. You're taking one step further or one step back, and everything is your timing gets off.
So after the incomplete pass, second down and 10 for Latin Academy. Dance, tough time with the snap, takes it himself. Kyle Dance pounding forward up to the 37-yard line.
It's a first down.
You know, sometimes quarterbacks, after they fumble that shotgun snap, they don't know if they should throw it or run with it. Nice job by Dance making an immediate decision.
Exactly, and that's just what he did. Regardless of what the play was supposed to be, he said, listen, I can't even see anything, so I'm just going straight ahead. Again, this is the third time we've seen the Dragons with a decent drive. They've got to finish it off.
Dragons now with the 3 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. The handoff over the right side to Kella. Ernest Kella trying to make his way outside. Taylor Hughes with another nice tackle for Nantucket.
See, Kella, we've seen him during the season a couple of times, and he is what we call a patient runner, likes to see things in front of him, wait for blocks to develop. But right now, Hughes is going to shoot the gap right there and just beautiful one-on-one tackle.
Second down and 8 now for Latin Academy.
They'll try to go back to Guerrero.
They run the reverse with Lazarus. Here comes Shavar Lazarus off the spin move up to the 30. 5-yard pickup on the play for Lazarus.
Okay, 4 down territory. We got a third and about 3. There's Lazarus on the reverse. Trying to get the ball. You got to do a little better job tightening that ball because Nantucket gang tackles so often that ball can easily pop out.
Third down and 3 for Latin Academy. Dance going to take it himself on the quarterback keeper, and he's drilled at the line of scrimmage by Terrell Correa.
It's going to be about a 4th and 1. Obviously, you have to go for it down 28-0. You get the ball inside the 30-yard line of Nantucket, 4th and 1.
And that left side of the defense for Nantucket, you got Correa on the defensive end, and you got Hughes on the outside linebacker position. Both guys can thump.
You just talked about Correa, and he actually came flying down from his defensive end position.
4th down and 1. Kella
got the first down.
Good tough running by Ernest. Up to the 26, make that the 25.5-yard line.
Third quarter winding down, about 2:20 to go.
4 receivers set for the Dragons. Kella, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Dance back to throw over the left side. It's Lazarus again. And Lazarus tiptoeing the sideline, gets shoved out of bounds at about the 18. So a 7-yard pickup on the play there for Shavar Lazarus.
Good job on the wide receiver screen as you're going to see Lazarus able to hit that sideline and stays in bounds as much as he can. Mixing up their offense well. I'd say that overall this is their best drive because they've used both the pass and the run.
Dance looking to throw, rolling to his right, doesn't have anything. He's going to take it himself over the right side. Then is shoved out of bounds at the 12. Make that the 11.
Well, again, Dance gets the first down. That's the most important thing right now. Keeps possession, gets first down. Keeps this drive alive. I think looking back on this game, when the team looks at it, I think you see Dance again using those legs of his and gets his first down. They're probably going to wish they used Dance a little more in the running game. I mean, they've tried that quarterback draw a number of times, but he just has the speed to get outside.
Now on first down, ball at the 11, they give to Kella. Ernest Kella, again, some tough yards, but not a lot of room for him as he picks up a yard on the play.
Yeah, a whole host of them in there. Perry, along with Valentino Coleman. like you said, Pat, it's been gang tackling the whole game for this Nantucket team. You talk about being ready for a Super Bowl. You see gang tackles 4 or 5 players on the running back.
Coach Manchester talked about the senior leadership for the Whalers, and we're seeing that here this afternoon. Dance again looking to throw over the middle. Had a receiver, and we got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be pass interference.
Yeah. Actually, it's a hit to the helmet, too. Guerrero looks like he's shaken up. He's getting up, trying to shake it off.
So that'll give them
1 yard line.
Right. So this is Latin Academy's best chance to put some points on the board. They now have a first down and goal, ball at the 1 yard line.
They go the I formation with Keller deep back in the I.
You have Guerrero at the top of your screen and Shavar Lazarus at the bottom. 2 big receivers for Dance on the outside. And they give it to Keller over the right side, and he is in for a touchdown. Ernest Keller putting some points on the board for the Dragons. Here with 1:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, we've been waiting all games for the Dragons to play some Latin Academy football, and that drive wasn't a good illustration. They were able to use the short passing game. They used the running. You see Keller sliding to the outside like he always does, those good choppy steps of his. Gets him in the end zone. Using Dance as the quarterback to get a couple of key first downs.
Alfredo Perez now in to try to kick the extra point. And he boots it through. Drills the scoreboard on his on the kick right there. So Latin Academy finally putting some points on the board. They now trail Nantucket 28-7 with 1:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter of the Division V Super Bowl here at Taunton High School.
And Pat, you know that everyone on that Latin Academy sideline is saying, wow, that punt fumble that we returned would have made it 14-7.
Huge right now. Huge right now. Never mind the momentum, just the scoreboard, like you said itself.
Yeah, to have it brought back and then lose the football, and then have Nantucket get that touchdown. But, I mean, good teams, and we talk about it all season, good teams take advantage of breaks. And like anything else, a penalty or a turnover is just as much of a break. Instead of a turnover, a penalty gives the ball back to your opponent in good field position, and they capitalize with 7 points.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think sometimes we do we emphasize the mistakes that Latin Academy made, but you also got to give credit to Nantucket.
Oh, Nantucket's tough.
For taking that and then bringing it down the field and scoring a touchdown.
This offense of theirs, and like I say, it's strange. Their biggest plays to keep drives alive are usually in the passing game. In the high school level, when you have a quarterback that runs so well, usually his running is what's going to keep him in the game.
Onside kick there for Latin Academy, and it's fielded cleanly at the 48.
I'll tell you, Jonathan Volins, as a lineman, did an excellent job to not only secure the ball, but make sure that nobody tore it away. There's a chance you got to take. You're down 3 scores. You know, we're winding down the 3rd quarter, so that's. Some people think it's too early, but that makes sense to me. You know, you got to try to make some breaks.
Latin Academy's last drive, 10 plays, 76 yards. They now need to make a stop right here. Handoff over the left side. That one's to Dylan Perry. He's bottled up there over on the left side of the line. Good gang tackling this time by Latin Academy.
We've seen it all season, Pat. Touchdowns always juice up the defense. I tell you, here's Perry. Dylan's trying to cut inside. Nothing there. Coming across.
Devon Riley.
Devon Riley closed that down.
Jamal Crawford in there on the tackle.
Another injured player for Nantucket. Looking at one of the Whalers on the turf.
Kind of shielded by the trainer. Can't quite see who it is.
It is amazing. We see it all the time. The first play from scrimmage on defense, whenever you've scored, everybody's
all the
flying
defenders
to the
are bouncing up and down, right? Well, also, you know, you talk about the first score, not seeing that 0 on the scoreboard
Big difference.
is
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge difference.
It really is. It's and it's something that a lot of times coaches understand because players, you just see it so often, and it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's Dylan Perry, the ball carrier. Yep.
Yeah, you talked about gang tackling for Nantucket. That was an example of gang tackling for Latin Academy, and Dylan a little shaken up. Looks like he's okay, though.
So Dylan Perry picking up 2 yards on the play. Nantucket now with the ball at midfield. Down to 35 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Hughes going to take it himself over the right side. Taylor Hughes, nice cut. Hughes still on his feet. He's then brought down at the 45 inside Latin Academy territory.
Good running skills for a quarterback, I tell you. He just sort of bides his time, sliding around, trying to get to the outside, nothing there, so he's able to, after he gets the initial hit from Pierre for Latin Academy, still able to move it forward. Nice 7-yard gain.
And the clock will wind down here in the third quarter of the 2011 Division V Super Bowl here at Taunton High School. Nantucket going into the fourth on top by 3 scores, 28-7. And we will be right back for the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl matchup here on Mayor Menino's Game of the Week, right after these messages.
Jeremy Call, and I made suction tires. Wait, what? Wait, I used a rivet gun to connect the suction cups, and then I just connected it to the tire. I got the idea from an octopus because of the suction cups, and I don't know.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your invention at inventnow.org.
And we're back at the 2011 Division V Super Bowl at Taunton High School. The Nantucket Whalers on top of the Latin Academy Dragons, 28-7. We just saw Latin Academy put some points up on the board for the first time in the ball game. Nantucket now in Latin Academy territory at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Whalers. Hughes over the right side looking for an opening, and he found it. Nice run there by Taylor Hughes.
Knew where he had to get. Really impressive run by Hughes. Like you said, Latin Academy was trying to take the corner away. Alfredo Perez, 75 for Latin Academy, was able to get down and watch the ball on your screen. You see how Perez, but he gets knocked out of the way. And like you said, Hughes knew as far as he had to get. A little 360 action to dive forward for the first down.
They mark Hughes down at the 40-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10 for Nantucket at the 40.
This is a series that Latin Academy's got to stop them because they're far enough away that it would be a punt situation if the Dragons can stop these first 3 downs.
Whalers now huddling up, not using that no-huddle offense to kill some clock. Here comes Hughes again over the left side. Now tries to cut it back, but he's bottled up by Latin Academy. In there on the stop, number 63 for the Dragons, Brian Goff, the captain defensive lineman.
I think for the fans and the coaches and the players, it's good to see the Dragons playing much better here in the second half. They just had some tough breaks in the first half, and they just got beat up some, quite frankly. I mean, the offensive line for Nantucket came off the ball much stronger, giving Hughes plenty of time to both run and throw.
2nd down and 8 now for the Whalers. Ball at the 38-yard line. Hughes this time hands off to Perry. Codie Perry spinning out of a couple of tackles, but there you see the gang tackle in there for the Dragons.
That's it. Isaiah Meekins actually made the play. Initially came across. He missed the one-on-one tackle as Perry was able to bounce off him, but he got his nose right back into. Watch 20. Right of your screen comes across right there. Now he doesn't wrap up, so he misses, but he jumps back up, and then he adds the rest of his teammates to the EC 20 again. So good effort by Meekins. Good second effort defensively. This keep it down right here. 3rd and 7, or 3rd and 8 actually.
All Bertrand Pierre and Brandon Harriet in on the tackles there for the Dragons.
The point where you just got to take some chances defensively, and I think that's what we're seeing with Latin Academy. But this is a passing down, and we've seen earlier what Nantucket's done successfully.
Bunch formation to the left for the Whalers. Hughes now in trouble, is going to run it himself. And he plows forward very close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be about 2 yards short.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 4th and 2. But see, that last dive makes this a very makeable 4th down situation.
Sure. And even if you don't get it, Latin Academy still has to take the ball almost 70 yards.
They had him corralled, but they didn't bring him down. They allowed him to get an extra 5 yards.
And they plow forward for a first down. I mean, this Nantucket team
they just
keeps coming at you.
Yeah, well, they have the confidence from their offensive line. They know. I think if it was like maybe a 4th and 7, they may not have tried, but 4th and 2, that's very makeable for them. And the key is that third down play when Hughes was able to squeeze out that last 5 yards after he'd been hit.
So Nantucket now with a first down at the 25. Looking to grind out the clock here in the fourth quarter, on top 28-7 over Latin Academy. It's Hughes again over the right side, Taylor Hughes. Good tackle there out on the edge by number 20, Isaiah Meekins.
Yeah, Meekins is in there for Moran, who we had mentioned was hurt earlier, his left leg, some type of injury. He tried to tough it out, but he was just not being effective, limping around. So Meekins in there now. Just like you said, Pat, so we're seeing Nantucket slow down offense, using the clock, kill the clock, and get closer and closer to a Super Bowl championship.
We're under 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Perry in motion. They give it to Codie Perry. Nice cut to the outside by Codie Perry as he gets up to the 15-yard line.
That last dive gave him the first down.
Talked about Hughes a lot. Codie Perry's had a nice job carrying the football today for the Whalers.
That's the second option, you're right. And when he does, he's getting those tough yards because a lot of times he's actually having the ball faked to him, so he's still getting hit. So then when he gets the ball, he has a chance. He's still toughing it out, like you said. On that last play, he was hit prior to the first down, but able to still dive and twist, get another 4 downs.
First down and 10, ball at the 14. Handoff once again to Perry up the middle. Got a flag on the play.
Yeah, holding on Nantucket. I'll bring him back. Not so many penalties. I mean, for as much movement as Nantucket has on their offense, they're a pretty disciplined team. Not many penalties at all. This is probably just the second holding penalty they've had.
So that'll back up the Whalers 10 yards to the 24. Clock continues to wind down. Now they stop it at 5:02 left to go in the fourth. Nantucket coming out of the Mayflower Small. Led the league in scoring, over 30 points a game, giving up about 15 on the season. There you see Codie Perry again getting the carry, picks up those 10 yards that they just lost.
Yeah, he's one of those seniors you talked about, Pat, who have been playing a lot since their sophomore season. He's 6 feet, 205 pounds. There you see just pounding his way down. Time on the field by Latin Academy. And
now for more on this game, let's go to our sideline reporter, Jerry Girardi. Jerry?
So many human interest stories, guys. Thank you so much. And among the human interest stories, your name, sir?
Charlie Hughes.
If you recognize the last name, his grandson is Nantucket quarterback Taylor Hughes. And Mr. Hughes, you have a story on how you and you, ma'am, got here.
We surprised my family we were on vacation down in Orlando, and unbeknownst to my family, we had booked a trip to Boston for the Super Bowl, and we arrived at the park here without any of my family knowing. Look, he's saying something.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you, any special message for Taylor?
Happy birthday, Taylor. You're awesome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hughes and Mrs. Hughes. Back to you guys.
Thanks
job,
a lot,
Jerry.
Jerry.
Crowd,
Great
family,
find,
right?
Jerry. Great find. That's awesome. Well, what can you say about a kid who's had 15 rushes for 110 yards and also getting it done through the air as well? Taylor Hughes, once again on the carry. And he brings it up to about the 9-yard line. And once again, we're going to get a timeout, this time by Latin Academy with 4:27 left to go here in the fourth.
Well, you make it to a Super Bowl. You never expect to be in a lopsided game. Coming down here today, some of the other games that started earlier, there's a really wide score down at Gillette Stadium between Oliver Ames and Concord Carlisle. But the one thing, you can't sort of underestimate the accomplishment of making it here, and that's what's important. I mean, Latin Academy came in at 7-4. Some Boston City fans think that the system probably needs some adjustment as far as the north and south, because you have different strengths of teams. But this is what we have so far in the Dragons. We've seen them. They have their style of play. They played well. And they just had a tough beginning to this game. I mean, they got stung right, what'd you say, 57 seconds to first half.
That's right.
They were down 7-0. So it's just tough to recover against such a high-powered offense.
Coming out of the timeout, the Whalers now with a 3rd down and 4. It's Hughes fighting his way up the field. Taylor Hughes still on his feet. He's in for a touchdown. Taylor Hughes cannot be stopped this afternoon.
I think they're going to call him down at the 1.
Yeah,
but
we had one ref signaling a touchdown, the other signaling the spot. So, yeah, they are going to call him down at the 1-inch line. Don't they know it's his birthday?
First, I was going to say, first you can give him that one. As you see him, because he's got that length. He's like 6'2".
Yeah, he's a big kid.
So he has that lean of his that I think he thought he was in, too. He's had an amazing game, though. And I go back to a couple of those passes that he was able to keep drives alive on to get his team this huge lead.
Taylor Hughes, well over 100 yards rushing on the day, also has 155 yards passing on 5 for 5 on completions. They hand it off over the right side, and that's Zach Moran who's in for a touchdown. So the Nantucket Whalers continue the scoring onslaught. They're now on top 34-7 with 3:36 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, the name of the game is just going to be very simple. Defensively, Dragons just could not stop the Whalers when they had to. And that's how most football games end up, actually. If you don't make some defensive stops, you don't give yourself much of a chance.
Another extra point good there for Earl. So with 3:36 left to go in the Super Bowl, we got Nantucket on top of Latin Academy, 35-7. Nantucket with a good crowd here this afternoon at Taunton High School. A lot of students, family members. We just saw Taylor Hughes' grandfather, a lot of different people here to support the Whalers. Also a pretty decent crowd across the way over for Latin Academy, and certainly a fun day here in Massachusetts. You got all the Super Bowl games going on because of the Patriots game tomorrow. Only about half of the Super Bowls being played at Gillette Stadium, but still, whether it's at Bentley, whether it's here, whether it's at Gillette, great day for high school football here in the state of Massachusetts.
Oh, no, huge day. A good way to culminate the long season, and luckily we got a good weather day also. I mean, there's sunshine, no rain, no snow, which we've had in the past.
You talk about rain. We've seen a lot of rain this year, so it was very, very good to see blue sky this morning.
So many players for Nantucket had big games. Korea was kicking off now. Talked about Perry, Talk about Moran and obviously Hughes.
This time it's Devon Riley fielding the football at the 23. Gets a nice block from Kella. Devon Riley now gets dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, Ernest Kelly, you're right.
Man, for a little guy, he is not afraid of contact.
He's a junior. I mean, Ernest will be back. He's like you mentioned, 5'8". Watch the right of your screen. Let me see that block. Kelly just laid on one of the special teams guys. But looking toward next season, Keller clearly is going to be one of the top guys for Latin Academy.
Yeah, you got your starting tailback, your starting quarterback. You got Alex Guerrero, who's going to be a senior next year. You do have Devon Riley, the young fellow who just brought that kick back. You do have some people coming back here for the Dragons. Dance looking to his right. And he finds Lazarus.
Hughes again. We can almost say he's been just as impressive defensively.
Yeah, he has. He's got to have close to double-digit tackles right now.
I'm telling you, I'm going back to that third down play when Latin was inside the 10-yard line, and Hughes made the play on Meekins to make it instead of a 3rd and 2, ended up being a 4th and 5, which Latin Academy didn't convert.
Dance over the middle, and the ball falls incomplete. Just got word that was the 10th tackle for Taylor Hughes. His kicking tee was still on the field right there. I think one of the players from Nantucket tripped over it.
Another one ran into the official. So
a lot of traffic there in the middle of the defensive backfield.
So Keller's now going to be set to the left as a wide receiver.
Bunch formation of the right for Dance to throw it over the right side to Lazarus. He's got some blockers. I'm not sure why Shavar took it over the right sideline. He had some blockers to take it back up towards the hash mark.
Talk about, Hughes actually came on the blitz on that play. The throw went away from his side, but he was coming in to put some pressure on Dance.
2:48 left to go here in the fourth. Nantucket well in control on top, 35-7 over Latin Academy. Kyle Dance trying to find a receiver, and the ball is well out of the way of the outstretched arms of Shavar Lazarus.
Well, it's been a combination of the pressure on Lance, making him come out of the pocket, Kyle Dance, and also the good coverage downfield. We saw earlier in the game when Latin Academy was trying to get some plays in the passing game. A couple of times, Zachary Moran was the last defender back there for Nantucket to knock the ball away.
Fourth down and 7 for Latin Academy. Dance now over the right side, finds Riley, and Devon Riley fumbles the football, and Nantucket falls on it at the 34.
Well, good pass and catch, but again, you got to complete your play. As he was being dragged down, lost control of the football. You'll see a nice catch right there, but as he's being dragged down, he just, again, Nantucket poked the arms in there to knock it away. Now they can kill this last 2:32 and have a Super Bowl championship.
With the way they're running, they might put up another touchdown on the board.
Well, what you mentioned before, they started going to the huddle and just killing clock. And I think that, with this huge lead, they'll probably just keep it on the ground. That time, again, Hughes' knee went down, so the play's dead with about a 4-yard loss. Yeah, the snap came back low, and Hughes, trying to pick it up, actually had his knee touch the ground.
Well, we talked about the senior leadership for this Nantucket Whalers football team, and their key contributors today, of course, Taylor Hughes, Codie Perry. Also, Andrew Benson had a touchdown reception. Zachary Moran with a huge game, also a senior. Of course, the big fella, Terrell Correa, also a senior. So Nantucket.
I'm still thinking back to that deep
Excuse me,
pass
Correa's a junior.
That Correa caught. 6'5", 275. It was a key play, too, because, I mean, it was at that point, Latin Academy was still trying to get a stop to get the ball back in decent field position, but Correa catches the pass and then add another 10, 12 yards to the reception, setting up another touchdown.
3rd down and 15 now for Nantucket. Minute 10 left to go here in the ball game. And they hand off over the right side. That one's to Perry, and he is dragged down in the backfield by number 78 for Latin Academy, Kevin Avila. And now Latin Academy calling a timeout with 53 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how ironic is it that it is the birthday of the quarterback star of the game, Taylor Hughes? I mean, it's talk about the stars being aligned, right?
Well, certainly a huge day for Taylor Hughes. We knew about his production throughout the season, but I think more than the numbers, you see him run, and you see him with Terrell Correa picking up the Gatorade jug. They're going to douse Coach Manchester.
He's got to be the one to do it because there's no way the coaches get mad at him.
That's right. You got to keep this a secret because, you need some assistance from the assistant coaches to keep the coaches' eyes away from the jug of Gatorade.
Yeah, they're trying to be coy about it.
I'll tell you, somebody who's keeping an eye on is Rich Rosenthal, our sideline camera. We'll make sure we get that. And the punt by Nantucket is down at the 29. We do have an ambulance here for one of the Nantucket players. I'm not exactly sure who's going to be getting some medical attention. Certainly a tough way for one player to end this Super Bowl win. Going away in an ambulance, but I'm sure he'll have a smile on his face.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's on the right sideline anyway,
yeah,
right?
Latin Academy with the football. Kyle Dance over the right side looking for Riley again. And once again, the pass is broken up.
Double coverage. Good job. Knocking the ball away at the last second. Dance getting plenty of practice with the long passing game. Again, it was Zachary Moran.
36 seconds left to go here in the Super Bowl. Nantucket on top, 35-7. Kyle Dance now gonna run it himself over the right side near the sideline, and he is shoved out of bounds at the 32. Good shot at Coach Manchester. As we mentioned, Coach Manchester in his first season as the head coach in Nantucket.
Well, if you're going to come in his first year.
What a way to send a message to
right, and to have a senior-laden team and take it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Lazarus now throwing it back to Dance. And Dance is taken down in the backfield, gang tackled by Nantucket. And I think that's going to do it as Coach Manchester gets doused with the ice water.
Hey, you're from Nantucket. You're used to that.
Yeah, you're used to water, of course.
You ever jump into the water down Nantucket? That is cold, no matter what time of year you're down there.
You go down there in August, and it's cold. Last play here for Latin Academy. Dan's just going to heave it up. And the ball is caught there for Devon Riley, and that's going to do it here at Taunton High School. Nantucket with a very impressive Super Bowl victory over the Latin Academy Dragons. Final score here, Nantucket wins 35-7. And, you know, we came in talking about Taylor Hughes, and, I mean, what else can you say? Kid had a huge day, well over 100 yards rushing, 155 yards passing, dual threat quarterback. A lot of players getting a touch here for Nantucket, but it was Hughes who was the main catalyst for this offensive onslaught.
I'll tell you, let's not underestimate his effect on defense.
Sure.
Now, I think he made one of the biggest plays of the game. Latin Academy was sort of teetering on getting back in the game when they were inside the 10-yard line. They had a 3rd and 2. Unfortunately, Moran got injured on the previous play, so Meekins came in as the running back. Meekins took the handoff on a 3rd and 2, and Hughes comes across, throws him for a loss to make it a 4th and 5, and that took away, and then they an incomplete pass. I think that was huge because if Latin Academy punches that in, they're still down by a touchdown. At that point, they would have been down by 2 touchdowns, but you're in the game because that was still the first half. So he's, like you mentioned, offensively he came in with some really gaudy numbers. He had 19 rushing touchdowns, 10 passing touchdowns, and he added today to that total, a very deserving player of the game, and obviously as a senior, one of the best players we've seen all year.
Sure, and certainly a very good game for Taylor Hughes, whose birthday I think is tomorrow here for the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl win on Saturday, birthday on Sunday. Certainly a good weekend for Taylor Hughes. We'll be right back at this Division V Super Bowl here at Taunton High School for our game MVP and an interview with the game-winning coach right after these messages. Folks, do not go away.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital. I feel like a fish with no water.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor. Because even one attack is one too many.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
And we're back here at Taunton High School at the Division V Super Bowl. And right now we have the trophy presentation here at midfield. Latin Academy getting the runner-up trophy. And, you know, certainly nobody wants to lose a Super Bowl like this, but you can certainly give credit to Latin Academy. You know, Coach Ziza talked about before the game how, you know, 4 years ago, Latin Academy came in 4th place in the South. 3 years ago, they came in 3rd. Last year, they came in 2nd. And this year, they finally come in 1st place in the Boston South to make it to the Super Bowl. So it's been a steady incline for this Latin Academy Dragons football program. That's certainly something to be proud of.
And it should continue. I mean, basically, because you named some of the underclassmen who are coming back in key positions. You get your quarterback, you get your tailback, you get some wide receivers. You know, you are going to lose some seniors off your offensive and defensive lines, but, you know, you got to develop some young players. And like you said, that incline can continue. And as you see Nantucket taking home their championship trophy. And let's not forget, this is the only Boston team that made it this far. I mean, a tough loss for East Boston, the preliminary game earlier in the week, but Latin Academy was able to make it all the way to the final Saturday, and unfortunately, they just they ran into a buzzsaw. You know, an offensive machine hitting on all cylinders, some key mistakes from Latin Academy. I mean, the penalty on that punt that was botched, that would have been a touchdown. That would have tied the game.
Yeah.
Think back. That's so early in the first quarter. That botched punt that actually would have tied the game. But the penalty, you know, that's football. That's exactly what happened. So give all the credit to Nantucket. They played well. They came in. They ran their offense, both passing and running, how they wanted to. Like you mentioned, They had the running backs running. They had the quarterback as the key guy, and he was able to pinpoint his passes to Career and his other receivers whenever they had to.
So certainly a very impressive offensive afternoon here for Nantucket. We'll see if we can come right back after these messages with our game MVP and also the winning coach here, Coach Manchester for Nantucket, right after this.
In the event of a car crash, 3 out of 4 kids are not as secure as they should be because their car seats are not used correctly. But the latch system makes it easier to get it right and to hold your kids tight. Anchor, tether, latch. Learn more at safercar.gov.
Every year, mothers lose their babies to gun crimes. You'll always be your mother's baby. So before you commit a gun crime, think about who you'll leave behind. Gun crimes hit home.
And we're back here at Taunton High School at the end of the Division V Super Bowl. Nantucket taking down Latin Academy 35-7. Huge day, both on the ground and through the air for quarterback Taylor Hughes of Nantucket. And he is now with our sideline reporter Jerry Girardi and also with the game-winning coach Bill Manchester. Jerry?
Thanks, guys. I'm here right now with the victorious Nantucket football team, quarterback Taylor Hughes. First off, happy birthday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything to say?
I got nothing to say. I'm just so happy right now.
And, well, congratulations. And by the way, your family, some family members came from Florida to see you. What does that mean to you?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, Coach Manchester, an incredible culmination of your first year as head coach of Nantucket. Anything you'd like to say, sir?
Yeah, just great senior class, great captains, great team. I want to quickly just mention my coaching staff: Bo Almodovar, Vaughn Machado, Tim Saradellis, Steve Murphy, Travis Lombardi, Bob Kessler, and Matt Arisman. Because, again, it wasn't just me. These guys had great coaches in the boys club, the youth program, and just good kids, and they worked hard. I want to congratulate Latin Academy on a great season. You know, hard-fought battle. Obviously, someone had to lose, and you know, that it was a good high school football game. Some breaks went our way early. So congratulations to them and Coach Zizza.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Interesting to point out, Coach Manchester class of 1989. Now we can say Super Bowl champion 2011 for the same Nantucket High School. Congratulations, Nantucket. Let's go back to you in the broadcast booth.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. And you talk about being the class of '89. He probably has a ring from that year. I'm sure he'll be getting a Super Bowl ring later on in the spring here for Nantucket.
So balance the hands.
That's
off,
right.
But again, you give him credit, and I think it's what Coach Manchester was saying is true. I mean, it takes a lot. For his first year, he knew he was coming into a senior-laden team, kids who had played. A lot of them had started since their sophomore season. So similar to what you mentioned with Latin Academy making that incline, Nantucket clearly did the same thing. And then to have the MIAA reinstate the Division V Super Bowl gave these two teams the chance to compete this afternoon.
You talk about Coach Manchester and talking about the seniors coming back. He also talked about, even before the game, the coaching staff that has come back. It is his first season at Nantucket. Longtime coach that left after last season, and most of the coaches from this Nantucket program stayed with Nantucket. And that's so important to have a cohesive unit like that, both on the coaching staff, not just on the field with the seniors.
Sure. Familiarity and continuity is key, and you could see it out there. That's a well-drilled team. I mean, those kids, they knew what they were doing. I mentioned during the course of the game, you normally in a Super Bowl game, a title game, you see some nerves, you see some tightness, some mistakes. Not many penalties in Nantucket. They, from the opening drive, they had things running. They knew what they wanted to do. Their key guys made the big plays, and quite frankly, they were in control from the very beginning.
Absolutely, and we want to thank everyone for joining us here in the 2011 Mayor Menino's Game of the Week football season. Real quickly, Alan, your thoughts on the football season so far?
Overall, it was a lot of fun. That halftime feature was a lot of fun looking at it because it goes by so fast.
It really does.
Seeing each of those players, each of those teams, all the games that we did, it was an interesting season. The weather was crazy, but that happens. Now we can take
it's New England,
right? We can take a breath and get ready for basketball. But football overall, it was good, and it's great to always see a Boston team make it all the way to Super Bowl Saturday.
Absolutely, absolutely. So a lot of fun here. Thank you, everyone from the city of Boston, for joining us on Mayor Menino's Game of the Week throughout the season. You can also watch us on Boston City TV, the Boston Neighborhood Network. You can also go online at www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week and look at all of our games throughout the season on our website. You can also go to Mayor Menino's Game of the Week at Facebook to check out some photos, all the videos from throughout the year. Certainly a lot of fun to check out that. So thank you very much, folks, and have a good rest of your fall. We'll see you in basketball season in the winter.